How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Dad Bod Garage. Today, we're going to pull this engine. So anyway, guys, about yesterday and the fan noise, sorry about that. I didn't realize the fan was on when I was recording. It was getting pretty steamy in here, so next time I'll make sure that the fan's not on while we're recording so we can get some better audio. Now, our tools finally arrived, and we have our Nico triple square sockets, and we were able to get off the alternator bracket. It was this bolt right here, this little 8mm in the back. That's the guy that was giving me a hard time to get this pump bracket off. We are about ready to pull this motor. We also got off the, what was that last thing we did? Oh, up here. So we got the wiring harness off here. We had to take off this bracket, which had these two triple squares. So now all this came off, and I had to loop that wiring harness out and under. And all of my wiring harness is hanging down here now. Also, we've got the starter unhooked. That was off at the last second there. So we're going to go ahead. For this part moving forward, I'm going to have to set you guys up on a tripod. I hate doing that, but I have no choice. I'm going to be very occupied. I'm going to be very busy trying to set this up, get the rigging right, and then actually pulling the engine out. I don't want to be distracted with holding a camera. So on that note, we're going to go ahead. We're going to get this hoist set up, and we're going to get the yanking this motor out. All right, here we go. All right, so here we go. We're all set up. As you can see, we got our hoist all set up. Kind of janky, but got our load leveler set up. We're coming off of one of the engine mount bolts. It's a pretty hefty bolt, really long. And then on the passenger side, we are coming off of the alternator bracket, but that is part of the engine mount, as we can see here. So I'm pretty sure that's pretty stout. I'm not going to use one of these little 8mm holes. Definitely going for a big guy. So we've got to take off this little bracket here, and then we've got the bolt right here for the engine mount, and then we got a bolt in the back for the engine mount. And then on the driver's side, we have these two bolts here, and she's coming out. So I'm gonna put you guys up on a tripod. I know how much I hate doing that, but it's the only way I can keep my hands free and, you know, focus on this. So I'm gonna get you up there right now, and let's get this engine out. Close enough. All right, I'm just gonna break them loose at first. I wanna get the weight on the hoist before anything else. Okay, that one's coming loose. Let's go around to the other side. All right, same story. We're going to just break these loose. That is a substantially smaller size. It's that guy. Alright, those two are out. Go back to the other side. She's out. Alright, boys. Those are our engine mount bolts. Da! 1, 2, trans bolt. Da! Let's see how bad. let's see how bad it's bound up on that. That's kind of scary. So I'll tell you what. Let's take the pressure off it again. We'll get the pressure off that trans bolt before I break it loose so I don't break my arm. doing some sketchy stuff here. Woohoo! Two trans bolts. So we got the engine mount bolts, one trans mount bolt, the other trans mount bolt. Now, listen here. Sorry about the lighting, but I had to open the door. Let me see if I can't shine a light on the situation. We got our fantastic, not a sponsor, but Astro Pneumatics inspection light. This thing is, I love this flashlight. So it looks like if we come, we got to come down. We got to come down and out. That's a song, you know. Down and out. Okay, never get under the load. That flex, that downpipe will be coming off before we reinstall. Bound up on some wires, no biggie. No biggie. Gotta do a little twist, and baby, do the twist. Yeah, baby, and let's do the twist. Come on, girl, let's do the twist. Well, I thought it was gonna win. I thought it was gonna kick my butt, but I thought it was going to win. I thought it was going to kick my butt. You know, sometimes these things, they can appear to be a lot harder than they really are, and sometimes they are just as hard as they appear. This, not comparing to diesels. Obviously, I guess everything is relative, right? Working on this relative to, let's say, a Power Stroke would be probably a 1 or a 2 versus gasoline engines, front-wheel drive engines, other engines of this classification. I would say this is at least a 6 or 7. There's a lot going on. It's definitely going to be a pain in the butt to get back in. I'm going to have to reevaluate my tactics here. I have a better idea. And that's attach my hoist over here to the top of the engine mount instead of there, and then that way I can get a higher bite on it. I think that will help significantly. It's getting really late tonight. I'm not going to be able to tear the transmission down as much as I want to. I do work in the morning, and I'm not going to be able to do this and be patient the way I want to. So in order to save myself from making a crucial mistake, I need to sleep on what I've accomplished. I think we're doing really good. Tomorrow, I would like to get some of the pressure washing done. I don't want to clean up any of the oil mess yet because I want to find out for sure, 100%, if it's coming from the rear main. I don't want to accidentally wash away any evidence. So we'll find that once we get the engine and transmission actually tore apart. The engine, absolutely no problems with the engine. Engine runs beautifully. My big concern is the seal between the transmission and engine. So, saying that, thanks for tuning in, guys, to today's episode of the Dad Bod Garage. Tomorrow, depending on what time I get home, we might do some pressure washing, or we might just dive right into separating the engine and transmission. So, on that bombshell, you guys have a great night, and look forward for the next episode. If you like this series, do me a favor. Drop a comment. I don't care if it's good or bad. Tell me I suck. I don't care. Drop me a like. You know, do anything, because I honestly just doing this for a hobby, and I would love to know what you guys think. So you guys have a great night, and I'll see you next time. Peace.